Alright guys, me again, sat in the same position, got a quality camera set up now. It seems to work much better than my mobile phone, in that I can use my mobile phone for notes when I'm chatting to you, but also it doesn't take a day to upload to iCloud and download. Week 4 we've been looking at complaining, and we've talked about how we can get easily pulled into the attitude of complaining about everything, and how we can complain to others and that isn't helpful for them or for us, or it may mean that people look at us going, oh, what are they saying about us behind our back? And then last week we spoke about church, and I know I probably went on a bit, but it's one of my pet hates, people moaning about church, because I guarantee you those people who are leading those services and doing church for you are trying to do the best that they possibly can. And they love you and they want to see you grow closer to God. So if I went on, I'm not going to apologise about it. It's one of my real pet hates of people complaining about church and complaining about other churches. So what do we do if we have got complaints? Well, we've spoken about going directly to the person, but I'd encourage you to go somewhere else. And that is to the big man. Go to God with it. If you've got complaints about people or things, go to God with it for 2 reasons. Number 1, He knows it already. He knows our hearts. He knows what we're like. He knows what we're finding hard. And if we want to complain about people, He knows the people who grate against us. He knows the situations that we find difficult. He knows when we find bits and elements of church hard. He knows that because He made us. He knows our hearts. So we go to Him with it. You can cry out to Him because He will happily sit and listen. But also, He's the one who can enact change. He's the one who will support us with patience. Oh, fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience. The 4th fruit of the Spirit is patience. It's Him and His Holy Spirit who can lavish us with patience. It's Him who gives us the gift of loving people, even though sometimes they annoy us. Go to Him. He's the one who can provide change for us in our hearts, but also provide change in situations and circumstances. It's much better to complain to Him in the quiet of your heart, because He knows you. And instead of going and whinging and moaning to friends, go and whinge and moan to your Father. Because He's always there to listen. And He might not agree with you, but He might speak to you. Well, I hope that He does speak to you. I hope when you that you don't just complain about people, but you ask that He changes your heart, but He also maybe changes their heart, and might make it so that actually your relationship with that person or in that situation gets better. And I know being complained about can cause hurt. I've mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. And actually, when people complain about us, we can get truly hurt, and it can mess us up. And I've said it's messed me up, and I'm still getting counselling for some of it. But actually, who do I go to? And I'm really fortunate. My counsellor's a Christian guy. He's brilliant, and he just encourages me to just go to God with it. Those times when I feel fed up with people and situations, go to God with it, because God has got it sorted. God knows our hearts before we even go to Him. So I'll just encourage you guys to spend time with God. Talked about the Quiet Time app plenty of times past few weeks. I'm not going to go on about it again. But go to God with stuff. Go to God with your complaints. Go to God with everything. And it's amazing if you go to God with it, what happens and how situations change. And people who maybe you found very difficult, you find much easier. And often you go, oh, it's good that they've changed. When in fact often it's you. Your heart has changed. God has changed you. So don't complain. Or do complain. But if you do complain, complain to the Lord. I'm going away next week, so there might not be a video shoved up next week. Don't feel God's given me anything to do a video about yet, so I'm still sort of working on that and reading my Bible and praying and speaking with Him and going, come on mate, tell me Lord, what is it you want me to talk about? So I might not be here next week, but I might. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good week. Enjoy your last week of school holidays. So have fun, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers, bye.